We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington football team. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott looking downfield for Jones. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Touchdown, Washington.
Greg Zuerlein lining up for.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Cowboys.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On second down, it's Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
It's a gain of 4. And
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running the jet sweep with Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. The 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Zerline lining up for the point.
This defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now they pause for an injured player, and that injured player is an important one. Ezekiel Elliott still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off at the 46, past the 20, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Greg Zerline lining up for the
So now 2 pick-6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
From the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 48. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins steps, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. (21-0) our score after 1.
Washington 21. Cowboys nothing.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he's going to go down again.
Haskins.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And a
line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
At the 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action now, Prescott. Flushed out right. Looking downfield for Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and 10.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. From midfield now, Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Washington.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Pollard. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Now Haskins on first down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
26-yard line.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It's a pickup of 8 yards to move them into a 3rd and 13 here.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, the good news, they got to stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Hey, check Mike 27. 27. We're going to 53. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28 in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker. And now here is another interception. Picked inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Haskins, a quick throw into the hands of McLaurin. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Just like that. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On first down, it's Haskins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to let this one. This is caught at the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. And he puts it through.
Makes this Washington 38. Cowboys nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here, the 32. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
SOS. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
Throwing on first down. Haskins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes this Washington 45. Cowboys nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They run the counter. Pollard. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Prescott now on second down. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking downfield for Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And got you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On 1st and 10, Haskins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
On first down, Haskins. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown. Good. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A big play here for Dallas. 62 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Run for Pollard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. 13 yards remaining on second down. Here's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Prescott from the gun. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the gun, Haskins. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
At the 36-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, tight down, there you go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Slow. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 54.
Throwing on 1st down. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the 2.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Haskins going to try to throw it. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Haskins going to throw again. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Again, it's Haskins, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. He'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And it's incomplete. Clock now showing 0:05. That's all we have left here in the fourth. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Tonight's finals: Washington 59, Cowboys 7.